is NBC 10 News at 4.
Trees down in our neighborhood, maybe even in our driveway, but even more of us have trees and bushes that are bent in half under the heavy weight of all that snow we got. So the question is it time to brush them off, or do you just let Mother Nature melt it all down? And joining me now is Arborist Josh Morin from Bartlett Tree Experts. Thanks for joining us, Josh. I know you're coming right from work.
Yeah, thank you very much.
What should we do? Because so many of the trees are just covered in snow and the branches are weighed down with this heavy snow. Should you brush them off? Should you leave it alone?
Yeah, actually that's a great thing that you can do. We've gotten so many calls today from people with storm damaged shrubs and trees. Most of the ones that have sustained the most damage are evergreens because they catch the snow and they become really weighted down. One of the best things you can do is just to take a small broom with the handle if you can't reach and just lightly brush off that foliage, and that'll help to reduce the weight and for the shrubs to become more upright in their natural habit. You know, what we're seeing with damage is that there are a lot of evergreens that have been damaged, and a lot of the non-native species in particular are the ones that sustain the most damage.
And what if you don't get that snow off? Will it hurt the tree?
Well, it won't hurt the tree, you know, as long as it hasn't broken it. If we are expecting more snow, it's definitely a good reason to get it off now. If you don't think it's going to melt off by the time we get another snow, it's definitely a good idea to do.
Are you seeing trees that aren't salvageable? How do you know? Are there things you can do?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, preventive tree and shrub care is kind of what we do. Today in particular, I've seen a lot of damage to white pines, a lot of evergreens that are poorly rooted and or have codominant habits where they have multiple stems growing up. You see them splitting apart actually from all the weight of the snow. So you can do things like preventive pruning, having the trees inspected every year just to kind of identify those problems, and also installing support cables to keep them from splitting apart.
Now, I had a tree in my driveway that was kind of leaning anyway, and then the top of it just like broke off, but the bottom is still there. I mean, could the tree be saved, or what should you do?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a possibility. You know, there are many different species that respond differently to damage, so it'd be a good idea, first off, to prune out the broken section, and then to just take a look at the tree, and if it's possible for it to rejuvenate and grow new growth, it's very possible that it could survive.
And down trees we should leave to the experts if the tree is completely down?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, our industry is full of reports of people being hurt doing this work, so it's really important that you have a professional and a reputable professional do the work for you. You know, the one thing we want to see is that no one's hurt during storms like this.
All right. Well, Josh Morin, thank you for coming in. We appreciate it because I know you're very, very busy right now from Bartlett Tree Experts.